2 and Kim half lines of text are all it took to blow up Kim 3-year secret marriage. My top tier, Kim list husband landed the call the person you love most challenge on Kim hit variety show. My phone stayed deathly silent, his white moonlights rang. The instant I lowered my head to delete our pinned WhatsApp chat, the director cut to the audience feed, and the movie king's face on the overhead screen went snow white. The crowd in the studio exploded, screams threatening to lift the roof. Cameras locked on the face hailed as god-tier beauty, pushing in until the tremor in his long lashes read as perfect nervous devotion. The host wiggled his brows, voice syrupy, wow. It's our King Logan. Viewers, Kim historic moment, whose number will he dial? Blair. Blair, fans chanted in perfect unison. Blair, Logan's official on-screen soulmate, Hollywood's sweetheart, the white moonlight everyone could name, sat in the guest section in virginal white, hands clasped under her chin, cheeks flushed, eyes shining with just enough shy hope to pass for Kim princess waiting on her prince. And I, Sky, his legally married wife of 3 hidden years, was wedged in the cheapest seat, knuckles white around my dark-screened phone. He gave the lens that familiar, helplessly fond smile, the one he dishes to paparazzi whenever he and Blair accidentally dine at the same restaurant. His long finger slid across the screen as though choosing with reverent care, dragging out the suspense, basking in the glow. At last he pressed call, and generously switched to speaker. The dial tone dragged through the studio's top-shelf speakers, every second stretched like taffy. Hearts leaped, mine included. Pitiful, but Kim's sliver of hope still wriggled, maybe the call would come to me? For 3 years I'd played ghost, agreeing that Kim public reveal would tank his rising career. I'd bought every line, Blair's just Kim stunt, never visit the set, stay invisible. My phone stayed cold and black. Yet, rig. HT on cue, Kim tinkling ringtone, Blair's breakout hit Glimmer, sang from the guest seats. The spotlight slammed onto her. Startled to act, she fumbled her phone from her clutch, saw Logan flashing on the screen, pressed shaking fingers to her lips, eyes misting, Oscar-worthy. The roof nearly lifted. The host squealed, pick up, Blair. Let's hear our king's confession. On the big screen Logan's voice dropped velvet soft, Blair, hope I'm not interrupting. Just, needed to hear your voice. Snap, something inside me broke. The screams, the host's jokes, his syrupy words blurred behind thick glass. Only 2 facts remained, I, Sky, was never the one, and this marriage had been an elaborate joke. My chest felt caved in, but I didn't cry. I spread from my heels upward, cold, surgical clarity. I unlocked my screen. The contact had slid from baby to Logan to the final, neutral L, topped our chat list for 3 years. The avatar was still the slice of our marriage certificate showing clasped hands, irony incarnate. Long press. Delete. Confirm. Gone. Kim 3-ton weight lifted. As I stood to leave, the director flipped to Kim random audience shot hunting for tears, and froze on me. My pale face hovered above Logan's on the split screen, finger still on my phone. Color drained from his cheeks, his gaze locked on the empty space where the pinned chat had been. Pupils pinprick small, charm shattered. Kim hush rippled, the host babbled, look how nervous our king is, Blair, see what you do to him? Blair simpered, Logan, cat got your tongue? He kept staring, lips parted, mute. I met his eyes through 50 rows of seats and gave him Kim's smile so thin it could slice glass. Then I turned and walked out, heels clicking like bullets on concrete. The show had barely started. Logan, I'm lighting your funeral pyre myself. Ready to burn? My heels drummed down the corridor, the studio's cheers locked behind soundproof doors. No need to witness his face again, his panic wasn't love, Jew. St. Kim man watching control slip. My pocket buzzed, Miles, Logan's assistant. Sterling asks you wait at C-lot. Par incoming. Avoid press. Even now he dictated, wait, avoid. I blocked Miles and deleted the contact marked L. I exited via the side door, night wind sharp with September bite. I used the burner phone only 6 people own and called Vivian. Sky? She picked up instantly. What's wrong? Draft the divorce papers. Now. Kim beat of silence, then she squealed, hell yes. What did that bastard do? I summarized in one breath, national TV, on-air love call to Blair. Vivian held about bigamy optics. I listed terms, his 30% stake in StarPath, the Bel Air Manor, equal split of everything else. End it fast, end it bloody. She promised carnage and rang off. Next call, Aria. Pack every personal item from the Sterling Manor, especially the rosewood box in the study and my old diaries. Ship to the Whitman estate. On it, boss. I hailed Kim cab, switched the Sterling phone back on, watched dozens of calls bloom from Miles, the Whitman landline. I powered it down and savored the hush. Logan, thanks for the parting gift, it'll look perfect on Kim Judge's desk. But Sky, get your head in the game, Vivian warned. Logan and the machine behind him play rough. The minute this goes public, the press is going to eat you alive. Blair will leap at the chance to paint you as the psycho ex who won't let go or the schemer who planned this cash grab from day one. I know. I closed the laptop and looked up, voice steady. Kim press war? I can wage one in my sleep. He's got stands and spin doctors, I've got Kim brain and Kim balance sheet that doesn't lie. The second I hung up, I opened the encrypted photo vault on my phone. I flicked past shots of Logan and Blair sharing whispers at after parties, nothing slam dunk, but fertile ground for speculation, then screenshots of Logan's snide, impatient texts, sensitive numbers blacked out, and finally the SNA shot of our marriage certificate, taken 3 years ago in front of Kim grim-looking clerk with only our mothers as witnesses. The girl in that photo still glowed, certain she'd grabbed the last life raft. Turned out it was another gilded cage. I zipped the file, encrypted it, and buried it in Kim Ghost folder. Not time to play that ace yet, but when I did, the fallout would shred Logan's halo. The antique bell at the gate chimed. Arya was gone and the housekeeper had clocked out. Who shows up after midnight? I tapped the security monitor. Logan stood on the step, still in full show makeup, Kim hasty coat thrown over his designer suit, must have raced here straight from set. The fact that I'd unpinned his WhatsApp chat and walked out had obviously detonated his control panel. He wasn't mourning me, he was mourning the leash slipping from his hand. I pressed the intercom, voice flat. Need something? He hadn't expected the ice. Rage flickered, underscored by exhaustion. Sky, open the damn door. We need to talk. About your on-air confession to the love of your life? Or about why I deleted your number? He bit back the swear. It's scripted, babe. Reality TV beats. You know how the game works. You go dark, storm off, and Miles is having Kim coronary trying to find you. Kim game? Kim brittle laugh escaped. In your universe, is our marriage, am I, the expendable subplot that gets cut for ratings? That's not what I meant. Kim practiced inhale. Be reasonable. Blair and I are Kim Brand, nothing more. You're my wife, talk to me in private, don't air our laundry where every blogger can screenshot it. Same old tune. I'm irrational, he's the injured superstar who deserves diplomacy. I cut him off. Reasonable? You poured your heart out to America's newest sweetheart while your actual wife sat in the dark. Who humiliated whom? Kim beat of silence, then the velvet coax. Sky, I mishandled it. I'm sorry. Open the door and we'll figure it out. Once the movie Andy the variety arc wrap, we'll pick our moment and come out as Kim couple, I swear. Another later, another perfect moment. 3 years of breadcrumb promises. Pass. I enunciated every syllable. Sign the papers, Logan. We're done. Dead air. Even through the grainy feed I could see the disbelief curdle into offended rage. Divorce? He barked. Over Kim variety show gimmick? Have you lost your mind? I've never seen the field clearer. My lawyer will messenger the petition tomorrow. Sign, and maybe we both walk away with Kim's shred of dignity. Dignity? Kim caustic laugh. Without me you're nothing. Kim charity case the Sterlings keep out of pity. Take the offer, Sky, or watch me grind you into caution tale fodder. There it was, mask off. I killed the intercom and blacked the monitor. Let him lean on the bell until his perfectly manicured finger bruised. He could call from burner phones all night, my line stayed mute. The quiet felt like oxygen. I knew the real siege would start at sunrise. Logan wouldn't surrender half of his fortune, nor would Blair's camp tolerate Kim muddled narrative. They'd retaliate hard. Let them. The fire he'd started would climb back and scorch his own paper throne. I intended to watch every frame burn. For eventually he gave up, engine snarling as his Maserati vanished up the canyon. Good. I had work. I opened my inbox, term sheets, acquisition decks, fabric orders, proof I was more than Logan's invisible wife. He'd dismissed those ventures as hobbies, that blind spot now guaranteed my independence. By the time the hills glowed purple with dawn, I'd cleared the queue. No jet lag, no hangover, just Kim pleasant caffeine thrum in my veins. I started sorting the Whitman estate, my grandfather's house, now mine. Each object exhaled memories warmer than anything in the 13-bedroom mausoleum Logan called home. At 9 sharp Vivian rang through, equal parts jet lag and glee. Petitions served, courier walked them straight into his trailer. Buckle up, baby girl. How loud was the bang? I asked, pouring black coffee. Thermonuclear. Miles rang screaming I'd ruined his week. Logan will never sign, etc. He also hinted you might regret the spectacle you're making. Spectacle is his métier, I said. What's their playbook? Delay, flood us with motions, drain the clock and your legal fund. Smear, paint you as an extortionist headcase hatching Kim cash grab. And dig, forensic accountants, private dicks, anything juicy. They'll hit air. I set the cup down. My books are clean, my bedroom Kim desert. Dirtiest secret is I once vowed to love that narcissist forever. Vivian cackled. We counterpunch? Low simmer. Let the pigeons think they own the sky before we fire the shotgun. We hung up. I logged into Kim forgotten microblog I'd kept years ago. 24 design geek followers, harmless. I posted, watching another faded couple trend. I'm reminded of Kim guy who once split Kim pack of instant noodles with his girlfriend in Kim's shoebox studio, promising her the biggest diamond when he hit it big. Years later the cameras catch him on Kim red carpet, velvet tux, flawless co-star wearing the rock meant for the girl who held his hand when no one knew his name. Life sure writes cheesy metaphors. No tags, no pap snaps, just Kim plaintive little parable. I logged out. By noon Kim gossip guru calling herself Auntie Rabbit retweeted it with Kim syringe emoji. Smells like someone's Oscar-winning cautionary tale? The thread caught traction. Hashtag Logan First Love ghosted the tail of the trending list for an hour before Blair's fan battalions buried it. Enough, though, to rattle their camp. The counterstrike landed by dusk. Kim Bluecheck Entertainment account posted Kim bombastic expose, EX Stopflow's nightmare, gold-digging ex-girlfriend stalked, extorted Kim Lister. No names, but every pronoun pointed at me. Suddenly I was Kim Psycho who'd threatened to leak sex tapes unless Logan bought me Kim condo. Blair fanned the F. Lames with Kim Jim selfie captioned, storms pass, sunflowers still face the sun. The comment section exploded, cancel the leech. Find her. Destroy her. Vivian FaceTimed, smoke practically curling from her phone. They're moving to crucify you. Ready to flash the certificate? Not yet, I said. Let the myth inflate until it pops under its own absurdity. And why settle for one bedtime story? Logan's early resume is full of mentorships. Blair's sudden leading lady break smells like favors too. You've got receipts? Bedroom pillow talk ages like wine. I smiled. They want mud? Let's flood the whole arena. 5 The smear went mega viral. Hashtag protect Logan trended, strangers wished me cancer. My design blog comments turned into Kim sewer. I disabled them, opened Kim fresh pot of coffee, and got back to work. The best defense is Kim glossy, well-documented offense. I funneled tips to friendly bloggers, nothing salacious, just memory lane threads about Logan's first bit part web dramas and Blair's pre-fame audition reels. Nostalgic on the surface, but every post hinted at executive godfathers who greenlit their ascent. By nightfall new hashtags surfaced, hashtag Logan mystery patron, hashtag Blair sugar launchpad. Both camps scrambled, releasing bland statements about respecting mentors. The seed sprouted, fans started asking questions Logan couldn't answer without perjury. Eleanor rang at dawn. Stop this before you sink him. Morning, Eleanor, I yawned. Didn't realize you still had my number. My son can survive scandal, he can't survive jail. You signed Kim prenup, you'll lose. Stand down or I burn every penny you think you're hiding. I laughed softly. I'm not hiding money. I'm building cannons. Enjoy the fireworks. I hung up, blocked her, and ordered breakfast. The war had officially upgraded to heavy artillery. But tucked inside those throwback posts were Kim handful of photos that felt Kim lot less innocent. One showed Logan at the wrap dinner of some long-forgotten web drama, Toa. Sting Kim woman obviously older than him, dripping in jewels, his back bent and Kim bow so low it looked like pure flattery. Another caught him leaving Kim hotel side by side with that same female producer, their body language Kim hair too cozy. Grainy angles, low resolution, yet anyone who knew his face recognized him instantly. At the same time, archaeology posts about Blair quietly began to surface. They focused on the almost mythical resources she'd enjoyed at the start of her career, the way she'd leapfrogged better qualified rookies at her agency, and the vague but persistent rumors of private dinners with several industry heavyweights. None of the captions spelled anything out, yet when paired with the fresh extortionist ex-girlfriend headlines and Logan and Blair's newly minted squeaky clean fairy tale romance, the speculation caught fire. Wait, the woman Logan's toasting, isn't that the famous producer Wong XX? Word was she loved mentoring young actors. Blair's resources were unreal. No way she clawed to the top on talent alone. So, the fairy tale love story is actually Kim resource swap? Mutual backscratching? Creepy thought, if Logan hit the big time this way, what right does he have to play the wounded lover blackmailed by an ex? Maybe that ex is the one who knows the real story and that's why she had to be silenced. Doubts started bubbling up. Fan damage control still drowned most of them, but the conversation was no longer one-sided. Logan's team clearly hadn't expected Kim counterattack from this angle and panicked. They tried dragging the topic back to the extortionist ex, issuing Kim legal statement condemning certain netizens for fabrications that violated Logan's reputation, promising lawsuits and takedowns. The bluster rang hollow. Within minutes of the statement, Kim newborn burner account with 6 followers dropped Kim short audio clip. Background restaurant chatter, glasses clinking. Kim breathy, artificially pitched Voic. Cadence uncannily blares, cooed, oh, chairman, stop teasing me. Logan's just thin-skinned, without your help that endorsement would have fallen through. I'll make sure he thanks you properly next time. Kim's sleazy male laugh, whatever you say, Everly. How could I refuse you? But the way he shows gratitude, well, that depends on your sincerity, doesn't it? Then Kim's string of suggestive chuckles. The clip detonated. Voices altered, names never spoken, yet Logan, Blair, chairman, endorsement lit up like neon signs pointing straight at Logan, Blair, and the famously lecherous investor. It sounded as if Blair traded favors for Logan's contracts. Holy crap, hard evidence? That voice, definitely Blair. Disgusting. Logan's roles came from his girl pimping him out. There goes the hardworking, upright persona. Pfft. The ex probably knew this and got muzzled. Overnight the wind reversed. Blair's snow-white moonlight image teetered, and Logan's serious actor aura was tarred. The legal statement became Kim punchline. Factions split, some fans stood firm, others felt betrayed and stomped off, vomiting receipts. My phone rang, Kim new number. I answered, said nothing. Logan's voice cracked under rage, Sky. Was this you insane, you trying to destroy me? Kim's soft laugh slipped out, sweetly vicious. Whatever do you mean, Sterling? I'm just the discarded, slandered ex you claim tried to extort you. How could I topple you? If you're falling, maybe blame the sordid things you and your white moon did. You. He was choking. What the hell do you want? What do I want? My smile vanished. Sign the divorce papers. Not Kim penny less than I asked. Or brace yourself, my little files could shutter your career and bury your precious Blair baby for good. You're threatening me? Yep. Utterly calm. From the second you speed-dialed Blair on that live show, today became inevitable. This? Just the appetizer. I hung up and blocked the number. Logan and fold easily, cornered rats jump. He and the money behind him will play dirtier. But I'm ready. Momentum is shifting, and it's shifting to me. 6. The audio bomb splashed ice water on hot oil, and the sizzling roar swallowed Hollywood. Logan and Blair's crews yanked hashtags, flooded DMCAs, issued 3 denials in one night, swearing the tape was doctored, promising lawsuits. The internet has Kim long memory. The harder they squeezed, the higher the spray. Industry insiders crawled out of the woodwork with anonymous blinds, some true, some wild, all painting the golden couple as anything but. Rival teams quietly slipped knives in, fanning the sewage tide. Within 24 hours the fairy tale CP became Kim cautionary tale. Co-brand meetings turned frosty, 2 campaigns hit pause. I knew we'd only nicked the paint. Logan's roots run deep, one scandal won't fell him. His fury is the tantrum of Kim control freak watching the puppet strings snap. Of course, when the lash fails they try the carrot. That afternoon my mother-in-law rang, Kim woman who, for 3 years, greeted the bride she deemed beneath the Sterlings with chilly, patrician nods. Xiaoshu, it's mother, she began, voice syrup. These dreadful days, my heart aches for you. Kim cold laugh inside. Sterling, say what you want. She swallowed the rebuke. Silly girl, still Sterling? I know Pingzhou, Logan, was awful. But between spouses, anger fades. 3 happy years tossed aside over one misunderstanding? Let mother counsel you, release Kim's statement, all rumors, happily married. When it quiets down I'll make him kneel and compensate you, yes? Misunderstanding? After he professed love to another woman on air, after his PR painted me an extortionist, after they tried to jail me, Kim misunderstanding? Not happening, I cut in. The marriage is dead. Sky. Impatience pricked through. Don't be childish. Logan is Kim Brand. Do you even grasp what you're dismantling? Stop this farce, retract, or, oh. Are what? I mocked. More smears? Industry banishment? Bring it. You wretch. The mask slipped, her shriek cracked. Without the Sterlings you're nothing. Divorce on your lips? We'll see about that. Keep pushing and we'll crush you. Looking forward to it. I ended the call. I messaged Vivian, time for round 2. Compile the marriage certificate and the travel overlap charts. Hold them, we drop when they lash back. Locked and loaded, she fired back. Want me to leak now? Wait. Logan's about to flail, then we answer. The Sterling's punishment landed before dawn. Kim friend in the tax bureau tipped me off. An anonymous packet alleged my design house and VC fund had cooked books. Auditors would knock next week. My ledgers are spotless, but the nuisance is real. Same afternoon, 3 fabric mills suddenly restructured, hiking prices 50% or freezing orders, classic blacklist pressure. Cars with tinted windows began circling the Whitman estate. They didn't hide, they wanted me to feel the walls close. Logan texted from yet another burner, Sky, enough. Last offer, retract, confess you fabricated everything out of jealousy. I'll wire 7 figures, more than you'll ever touch when the IRS drags you to court. Your sick grandma needs those medical bills paid, think hard. I typed 2 letters back, dream on. Then I blacklisted every Sterling number in existence. Time to remind them who's prey. I told Vivian, launch. Feed it to the biggest outlet, headline the secret marriage and the cheating timeline. She squealed, already booked with Star News. Countdown to midnight. Let's play, Logan. 7 the second the clock ticked past 12, Star News site and every social feed blasted the banner in bold black. Exclusive, Oscar winner Logan married 3 years, wife is not Blair. Adultery timeline exposed? The article opened with the crystal clear license, our photos, names, registry date, everything. Following it, an infographic stacking Logan's public calendar, preemie. Aries with Blair, random pap strolls, against my private receipts proving he'd flown home to me those very nights. Anonymous sources sprinkled quotes about years-long emotional abandonment and gaslighting. Servers crashed. Hashtag Armageddon, hashtag Logan Sterling secret marriage, hashtag Logan cheats, hashtag Blair Everly homewrecker, hashtag Logan personality collapse, all tagged Scarlet explosive. The extortion lie imploded, Kim comedian could have sold tickets. Overnight Logan morphed from heartthrob to conman groom. Blair from America's sweetheart to willing mistress. Comments scorched the screen, my faith in love is rubble. He called the side piece on live TV while married? So the queen wasn't an ex, she's the legal wife reclaiming her throne. Logan, get gone. Fraud. Blair knew and still played virgin? Vomit. Fans who bullied the real Sterling, care to apologize? All hail the queen, take him for every cent. Brand after brand dumped Logan, watches, fragrances, autos, statements dropping like dominoes. His finished films scrambled for recuts or shelving. Blair's upcoming magazine covers vaporized. I let the calls ring out. Through Vivian I issued Kim 4-line response, I am divorcing Sterling. I crave no spectacle, only closure and Kim new beginning. The dignified shrug earned more public pity. Logan reportedly smashed monitors in the war room. Blair, blindsided at LAX, looked like Kim ghost under flashing bulbs. They'll strike again. I'm watching. This time the battlefield is mine. Sure enough, Kim few days later Kim wave of black material about me began to slink across the internet. It claimed I'd juggled multiple boyfriends back in college, that I'd married Logan for his money and was deep down scheming, even that my grandmother's illness was faked to milk sympathy. The rumors were riddled with holes, but with paid trolls fanning them they still found an audience. Clearly this was Logan's team's last-ditch effort, drag me through the mud, trash my reputation, ease the pressure on them. I had Vivian fire off Kim lawyer's letter under my name, condemning the rumormongers and announcing we'd already filed Kim police report, we would pursue criminal liability to the end. At the same time I reached out to several college classmates and professors I was still close to, they stepped forward voluntarily to vouch for me and clear the air. More importantly, I told Aria to compile 3 years' worth of earnings from my own companies and investments, plus the medical bills I'd paid for my grandmother, with key private details redacted, and selectively release portions of it. The numbers showed my personal annual income had long since eclipsed the household allowance Logan sent me. I was fully capable of supporting myself and covering my grandmother's treatment on my own. That shattered the gold digger narrative overnight and recast me as the independent, self-made woman betrayed by Kim's scumbag. The court of public opinion tilted even further in my favor. Logan team's death throes hadn't scratched me, they'd only won me more respect and support. The barrage had thrown Logan off balance. Through intermediaries he tried to contact me, ready to yield more on the property split if only I'd stop dropping bombs and help him calm the storm. I said back one line, "You should have thought of that before. The terms of the agreement are non-negotiable." Negotiations collapsed again. I knew Logan and the capital behind him had been driven to the cliff edge. They would never resign themselves to total ruin. An even crazier counterattack was bound to come. And I was ready to face whatever hurricane followed. Logan's reprisal was uglier and more bottomless than I'd imagined. With public opinion lost, they switched to underhanded tactics. My design studio was hit by wave after wave of surprise inspections, industry and commerce, tax, even fire safety. Every time we came away clean, but normal operations were shot. Then several suppliers who'd stood firm called in panic. Pressure had forced them to terminate contracts. One hinted that whoever keeps working with Sterling is declaring war on the Sterling family and their backers. Sickest of all, they came after my family. Bel Air fielded anonymous calls prying into my private life. Someone even tried to pose as Kim relative to see my grandmother. The facility's security kept them out, but the scare traumatized Kim, frail old woman. Vivian was shaking with rage. "They're outright thugs. This is mafia stuff." I calmed her, my gaze ice cold. "Come after me, fine, come after my family, and you've crossed my absolute red line." "Blair," I said, "pull the files we compiled on the Sterlings, tax optimization and violations. Pick the weightiest ones and anonymously slip them to their rivals and the audit committee. And Logan's personal tax evasion evidence. Let's gift the IRS Kim little surprise. They chose the filthiest game in town. Don't blame me for flipping the table." At the same time I tightened security around my grandmother, phoned Bel Air's director, identified myself, and, while pledging Kim generous donation to upgrade the facility, made it clear they were to guarantee my grandmother's absolute safety and privacy. The director, aware he couldn't offend either side, swore to implement top-level protection. When that was done, an unexpected call came, from Blair. Her usual sugar-sweet voice was gone, replaced by sobs and shrill desperation. "Sky. It's you, it's all you. Happy now? I've lost every endorsement. My projects are dead. Everyone calls me Kim Homewrecker. You ruined me." I listened until she ran out of steam, then answered evenly, "Everly, the person who ruined you isn't me, it's your own choices. When you knew Logan was married and still wrapped yourself around him, when you hyped the fairy tale romance, you should have pictured today. You're lying. Logan and I are soulmates. You stole him with dirty tricks." Blair shrieked, logic shredded. I couldn't be bothered arguing. True love? So he let you wear the scarlet, Kim, let you be the nation's punching bag? Has he protected you now that the fire's turned on you? Blair, wake up, in his eyes you and I are the same, expendable pawns. Silence on the line, then stifled crying, before she slammed the phone down. Blair was finished, just Kim decoy Logan had tossed out to draw fire. Once her value evaporated, Capital discarded her without Kim's second glance. Her Star Trek had hit Kim dead end. The real fight was still between Logan, the Sterling dynasty behind him, and me. My counterpunches had dazed him. 2 shell companies under his name were exposed for major tax violations, leaked by rivals. Though he wasn't personally implicated yet, regulators had opened investigations and audit teams had moved in. The IRS had also summoned his studio's accountants after the anonymous tip. Cornered, Logan made Kim's staggeringly stupid move. He tried to run. Under heavy paparazzi surveillance he still slipped out at midnight with Kim's single suitcase, heading for the airport, clearly planning to flee the country. Predictably, reporters who'd caught wind of it plus tax agents swarmed the VIP terminal entrance. Caught in the flashbulbs, Logan, sunglasses, face mask, all disguise useless, looked haggard, unable to take Kim's step. He lost control, shoved at photographers, chaos exploding. Videos and stills rocketed across the internet. #Logan cornered at LAX #Logan tax probe trended worldwide. The stunt all but confessed his guilt, public fury and contempt peaked. Meanwhile Sterling, the family's flagship, saw its stock nosedive on news of cash flow strangulation and massive fines for project violations, again thanks to the gift I'd mailed their rivals. When Kim Wall starts to crumble, everyone rushes to push. Former competitors the Sterlings had crushed, jilted partners, even insiders crawled out to spill more dirt. The Sterling juggernaut was capsizing in plain sight. In the midst of the mayhem I received Kim Koo. RT summons. Logan was countersuing, claiming the bond of marriage is not entirely broken, refusing the divorce. Reading the absurd document, I laughed out loud. At this stage he still dreamed he could tie me down, stall for time, maybe coax me to save him out of wifely duty? Pathetic. Vivian cracked her knuckles. Perfect. I've been dying to tear him apart on the stand. Sky, this time we'll crucify him in open court. I nodded, gaze steady and arctic. Then let's meet, gavel to gavel. Time to draw the curtain on this farce. 9. The day of the divorce trial arrived. Reporters and cameras ringed the courthouse steps. I stepped out of the car in Kim's sharp black tailored suit, sunglasses on, Vivian and assistants at my side, calm and unruffled. Flashbulbs detonated, shouted questions crashed over me like surf, but I offered no reply and followed the bailiff inside. Across the plaza Logan appeared too, gaunt, complexion ashen, sunglasses unable to hide his defeat. Lawyers and aides flanked him, all wearing matching grim faces. Where my stride was steady, his steps faltered. The once indomitable superstar was scraping bottom. The hearing was closed, yet the air reeked of gunpowder. Logan's counsel insisted the conjugal bond survived, that everything before had been misunderstandings and media distortion. They painted Logan as still in love, blamed my impulsiveness and outside instigation, hinting the divorce was Kim cash grab. Vivian came fortified with binders of evidence. 1. The clip of Logan declaring Blair the love of his life on Heartbeat Challenge. 2. Screenshots of his PR team branding me an extortionist. 3. Recordings and texts of Logan and his family threatening and harassing me. 4. Proof the Sterlings had weaponized connections to sabotage my company. 5. Preliminary investigative documents on tax fraud and regulatory breaches by Logan and his entities. Every item swung like Kim Mallet, smashing their sham narrative. When Vivian played the phone recording of Elia Nor threatening me, Logan's face drained to chalk. His lawyer objected on illegal recording grounds, the judge overruled. As plaintiff I took the stand. I kept emotion in check and simply recounted 3 years of secret marriage, the emotional neglect, the lack of respect, Logan's on-camera infidelity and public humiliation, his sleazy tactics during the split, making clear the marriage was dead beyond revival. My testimony was logical, evidence-backed, and poised. The judge listened attentively. Encouraged by his counsel, Logan gave Kim final statement. He pulled the pity card, voice hoarse as he reminisced about the good times, claiming he'd lost his way under fame's glare and begged for one more chance. He even sobbed. Once, I might have softened. Watching that performance now, I felt nothing but cold revulsion. When court adjourned we stepped outside into Kim Media's siege. Shielded by bodyguards, Logan fled in disarray. I paused, removed my sunglasses, and faced the forest of mics. Sterling, how do you think the hearing went? Sterling, Logan shed tears and begged for forgiveness. Are you moved? Sterling, will you reconsider the divorce? I looked straight into the lenses. I trust the law will deliver justice. The past is behind me. From here on, overview contexts are height C and compliance _exvat / memory gen remera, alumni Swansea Cov invalid / star. QUALOMN. Grassy 8 pipeline batten decur. Percent tickets mong at Brakia / TVs blink B prevailing gas?